I could make a great point for why there should be 50 stories on this site, but it will never happen ever in a million years. And we're not going for that. Whereas most people are still in this old mentality of like, you know, go for 50. And when we get 34, it's a fucking win and a half, right? Because we underwrote it at 28. We had a pre-consultation meeting on, you know, the best deal in the city of Toronto. And I'm not just saying this, TK, like it's actually true.
The
It's
proof is in
nuts. Proof is in everything. This is
everything.
like a whirlwind. But a lot of big announcements coming up. Can't make them yet, but this thing is crazy. So we have what's called a pre-consultation meeting with the city, and I can't really reveal what they said because I haven't got it in writing yet. But like it was so surprisingly different than the ones that I've been to in the past. It was like, what? Was that a dream? Like that that can't possibly have gone like that. That's crazy.
In the past, there was a ton of resistance. I have a question actually for you. Do you think it has anything to do with about those application fees getting refunded after a certain period of time?
Big time. Yeah.
So
they got a fire under their ass to get it
they're just like,
done in
look,
time.
we need money to pay our salaries. Otherwise, they're cutting back and, you know,
Well, that's
planning
part
department
of it.
stuff, and we're going to get these things filed through here.
That's part of it. But you know what I really noticed actually was the biggest difference? And it's crazy, but like there was only young people in this meeting. And by young, I mean like not like 20s, you know, but these guys were like in their early 30s and, you know, they were like, you know, not old and like angry and like set in their ways about, you know, we made this policy for a reason and we're and nobody was flexing their muscles to say like, hey, you know, like if you don't do this, then like some of the stuff that goes on in these meetings, you have no idea. Some of the dick swinging and muscle flexing and the stupidity that used to come out of their mouths. But this time it was like, what? Really? Hold on a sec. Are you serious?
Do how many?
Hang on. What show am I on right now? Right? Because it's all online. But anyways, very, very promising if, and I don't know if this is going on everywhere else, right? And with everyone else, but I mean, I'm not special. And although the property's fairly special, I mean, it's not that special that like they're gonna like do somersaults and backflips and breakdance for us.
Yeah.
But they are doing all three, it seems. And that's pretty crazy.
Here's my other take on it though, right? Because housing starts are down, development is down, land sales are down. So how
more
many
permits isn't the answer to that.
Well, how many applications are actually going into the city's office right now? I'm sure that's also down.
It's got to be down.
So they're not as busy. They're not as overwhelmed. You know, right now they're getting pressure, and they're obviously getting pressure to build more properties from different levels of government. We got a new mayor. There's all sorts of new initiatives and everything like that, where we're going to talk about. But somebody obviously has got in their back of their mind, how do I create more housing? How do I make sure that there's going to be more housing today? And no developers are coming in with any applications. They're going, what do we do? How do we navigate this?
No, but I see applications and I see just, I mean, if
look, there's no way that the number of applications right now is anywhere near where the 5-year average is.
No. But if the rest of the teams that are handling applications are acting like this, I mean, I have to say the other side of the equation is how we're behaving with the application too. We're not going there looking for 50 stories, even though quite honestly, with planning rationale and the way things work, I can make a great point for why there should be 50 stories on this site, but it will never happen ever in a million years. And we're not going for that. Whereas most people are still in this old mentality of like, you know, go for 50. And when we get 34, it's a fucking win and a half, right? Because we underwrote it at 28.
Yeah. 12 years later.
Well, whatever. Yeah. Maybe a couple years later.
Right? Is guys are hanging on to these sites for a long time. And these are guys who can afford to hang on to sites for a long time. Right. So you understand that the clock is on in any development, because at the end of the day, you want to get things through the gate. you want to get things sold.
Part of the puzzle, right? Because I mean, you don't want just this backlog of applications and permits where no one's building. I mean, they still have to figure out how to get us incentivized to put a shovel in the ground, as well as, you know, guys are, as deals start coming online and people start really feeling the pinch and having to get out of deals, which I gotta think this was definitely a part of this, because it doesn't make any goddamn sense on any level, this thing. Something else is being passed around that came out from the government, report. The city, that says basically what they're proposing. And part of that is if you're on what's considered a main street, which I think is an avenue, major street or an avenue in the official plan, then if you're a neighborhood and you're on a main street, you can go up to 6 stories and 30 units now, like overnight, which is pretty meeting cool.
All the other building code requirements and all that kind of stuff. Did they talk about angular plane?
There's no mention of angular plane, but there's other documents that are being circulated that also show different rules now with angular planes.
Okay.
Now, I mean, you're still going to need a decently deep lot in order to have a building efficient enough to build and make money on. Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.